I'm answering so many questions. Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Birth, and you're watching Akram's Ideas, bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. It has been quite a while since my last video. I think that was back at the end of March, but I am back now and I've got a bunch of new videos and plans for you guys, and I'll tell you all about that at the end of this video. But this episode is all about the so many questions hashtag, which came about from a Facebook group that I joined, which is the Sewing Vloggers Support Group, which was started by Mel from Handmade by Ditzy Tulip. And one of the prompts that came up is whether we should come up with a new sewing hashtag. And JJ from the Camden Stitch and Laura from the Becky Seamstress both got together and sort of organized all the questions and put together the initial videos. So I am jumping on board. There is no real tagging for this hashtag. Anybody is welcome to join in the fun. There are 40 questions to this hashtag, but you're not required to answer all 40. Surely if you wanted to, you could. The idea is that you choose 10 questions to answer. And I thought about hand picking these questions and kind of thinking about answers and stuff like that, but I thought it would be totally more fun if I just toss a bunch of numbers in this cup here and randomly picked the 10 questions that I'm going to answer. So that's what I'm going to do. To see more episodes like this, be sure to click the like button, subscribe to Akram's Ideas, and hit the bell icon to get notified of new episodes. So I've got a bunch of sheets of paper with numbers on it, up to 40, and I'm just shaking here. And I've got my iPad with me that has all the questions so that I know which ones to answer. Alright, so the first question that I'm going to answer is number 12. Number 12 is, what sewing machine do you own or use? And it is a vintage Bernina Recorder 830. I love that machine. That is still my go-to machine, my daily use machine. It's a nice workhorse. It does everything that I need it to do. I did get a Singer Zigzag 457, which is from the 1960s. I got that at an antique store for I think $60, and that one works amazing. It is also a good workhorse. The benefit of having the Singer is that you can get a cheap $25 walking foot for the Singer, and so the Singer sewing machine is set up with the walking foot on a zigzag stitch for any time that I'm working with jersey, or if I need to do any kind of slippery fabric, the walking foot's on that, and I can baste it all and everything before I move over to the serger. I got the Brothers SE 625, I want to say, which is an embroidery machine slash sewing machine for Christmas, this past Christmas, and I got that one specifically so that I could do embroidering on the machine. The next question is question number 39. Is tea or coffee? I am definitely a tea girl. I do like my iced tea. We're from the South, so you know, iced tea's a big thing, but I do like nice warm tea as well. I love green tea. I love the fruit flavored teas, and I'm trying to get more into drinking some more of the flavored teas. Alright, so that was question number 2. Question number 3 is number 26. So, number 26, where is your favorite place to buy fabric? This is an easy one. If you've been watching Akram's Ideas, you know my favorite place to buy fabric is the antique stores and thrift stores. In fact, as it so happens, next week I am posting my fabric haul for 2019 so far. That is coming next week, so if you're interested in those kind of things, stay tuned for that. Let's see, question number 4 is number 29. Printed or PDF? if the opportunity allows for itself, I want it printed. It's just so time consuming to put together a PDF pattern. However, the luxury of instant purchase has gotten me to buy more PDFs than I really would like to, in the sense that I'd rather have the printed pattern, but I like having the pattern right then and right there. Also, it's more economical to get the PDF. Number 5 here. What number are we gonna get this time? We got number 25. What is number 25? Who taught you to sew? My first sewing machine was gifted to me by my mother-in-law, Miss Linda, and she also kind of taught me to sew. I had tried sewing as a kid. I'd even gone to a summer sewing camp. My grandmother tried to teach me to sew, but it never really stuck, and I was never had any real interest to pursue it. It was really Miss Linda who got me going and sewing. Alright, so number 14. How do you store your patterns? Alright, so I have, when Hancock's was going out of business, so Hancock's is a fabric store that was here in the States. Hancock's went out of business all around the country, and when they were selling everything, including fixtures, and I went down to the Hancock stores locally, and I reserved 3 giant Simplicity pattern cabinets, and I managed to score those. So along the wall in my pattern room, I have 3 Simplicity pattern cabinets that have 4 drawers, and they just stored all of my patterns. All my patterns are in there. Number 7. Number 7 is number 38. Current box set. So I'm gonna assume this means, like, what am I binge watching right now? So I am an anime fan. So the new season of One Punch Man, if you haven't heard of this anime, it's a superhero parody kind of type anime. But One Punch Man Season 2 just came out, and it's still in the process of being released daily, weekly, daily, I don't know how it works, but it's on Hulu. And Season 1, I'd already watched it, but we just finished binge watching Season 1 of One Punch Man again, so that we would be prepared for Season 2. Now this is number 8. Number 8 is number 32. Favorite YouTube sewing channels. This is really hard because I watch so many YouTube sewing channels. I like so many. So it's just really hard to say which ones are my favorite. But I will say one of the very, very first YouTube sewing vloggers, I would say, that I got hooked on was Rosa from Sewn. She, this was years ago, one of the very first videos that I watched of her, she just made a coat, and she was talking about the coat, and I didn't even know sewing vloggers were a thing at the time. I had just been looking at blogs and watching sewing tutorials, not sewing vloggers, which I would say are a little bit different because vlogging is more personable, you get to know them, versus a sewing tutorial where it's more of like, here's a technique and that's how you do it. So Rosa was probably the first one that I kind of got hooked on. I really love Bianca from Vintage on Tap. She has really nice stylized videos. And Abby from the Crafty Pinup is one that I've been watching for a long while. For some newer or more recent ones that I've really gotten into, of course, Katrina from Lifting Pins and Needles. I just love her personality. She's so fun to watch. Claire from Penguin and Pear. Sean from Kittenish Behavior. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's all sewing, because her daily vlogs are just fun. She's just fun to watch, and I have way too many subscriptions to sewing vloggers. Question number 3. Question number 3 is, who supports your sewing at home? My husband is a total enabler. I have more fabric than a small fabric store, but every time we go to an antique store and I even start to notice that there's fabric, he's like, get it all. And I'm like, where am I gonna put it? And he's like, you'll regret it if you don't get it. And so I get it. And so, yeah, he is a total enabler. And I think partially the reason for that is he wants me to get what I want so that if he suddenly comes home with 4 airplanes in many different parts and stores them in the garage, I'll say okay. And that's a true story, by the way. 4 airplanes in disassembled parts are living in our garage. And he's already threatened more than just airplanes. Cars, well, there is also a vintage car in our garage with many disassembled parts, and of course he's threatened to bring home a boat and a variety of other things. So I'm pretty easygoing with that, since he enables me to buy all the fabric and patterns that I want. I guess it's okay that he brings home random stuff to the house. Alright, so last question. This is question number 10. What question is it? Question number 34. Heels or flats? So, I'll just show you what I'm wearing. Flat! I do have some heels. As you may recall from Christmas, I bought some bait footwear shoes that have they're a bigger heel than any heels that I typically will buy, because I usually only ever buy flats. But they're still like a really good, only a 3-inch heel, nice big fat heel. I can't do anything bigger than, well, even then I don't think it's actually 3 inches. But I wouldn't go anything over 3 inches. I mean, usually like 1.5 is like a good size heel for me. I cannot do heels, really. I don't have good balance, and I'm on my feet all day lecturing, so I just could not bear standing in heels all day. So if I had the choice, flats all the way, or very, very minuscule heel. Alright, so those were the 10 at random questions that I answered from the So Many Questions hashtag. Again, I do encourage you guys to participate, and also search the So Many Questions hashtag on YouTube. Several vloggers have already joined in on the fun. I've really been enjoying listening to all their answers and just getting to know everybody better, because that's what it's all about. It's building the community and getting to know each other. With that said, I am back here on YouTube. We're going to be trying to do weekly videos again. So next week, like I said, I've got the fabric haul. I have a lookbook for all my winter and early spring makes, which I haven't shared any of those with you. Some I've put on the blog, so if you go to akramsideas.com, you can read about them, but I will be doing a little lookbook. I've got the sewing adventure that I attended that I still haven't vlogged about, and a whole bunch of other things. Also, if you are following me on Instagram, I'm going to be trying to do really short behind the scenes of Akram's Ideas videos that I'm posting on Wednesday evenings, which are just quick little videos of behind the scenes. I've got a video last week that I did of Me Made May and my plans for Me Made May. So just some really quick short videos there. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and check my Instagram TV episodes for those really quick ones midweek. But I'll be sharing weekly videos with you on Sundays here on YouTube. So with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas, and thanks for watching.
Today I have Laura from the Speckled. Enjoy watching the kittenish. I enjoy watching kittenish behavior ideas. So like, let me get it one more time.